here to talk about our studio routing panel and our station-specific audio metering panel. These are meant to be engineering tools and not necessarily user-facing, and are to enable the facility to be agnostic, meaning any station, any studio, at any time with full functionality. And the way that it works is like this. So here is our station routing panel. You can see that each station is called out with its STL meter, so that is the feed that we're sending to the transmitter, and our off-air receive, which is what we're receiving from the transmitter. And to the left of that is a 5-button panel selector, actually 6 in this case, including automation. So it allows us to select any one of the 5 studios and automation direct. So each station has this control, and we can route any studio to be on the air for any of the 3 radio stations at any time. With this great power of control, we must protect it. So we have an interlock put in, as you can see here. You must click to unlock this panel, and when you click and unlock it, it will stay unlocked for 15 seconds, and if no activity happens, it will relock itself so that people aren't accidentally pressing buttons and taking stations. As you can see right now, what's red is what's live, and currently we have all stations going automation direct. If I want to activate a studio, I just simply select the studio. In this case, we're going to test with Live 1015, as this station has not been moved yet. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that panel. And I'm going to take Live 1015 to control room 1, which is the studio that I'm in. And when I press this button, I'll talk it through first so you can observe it. It'll recall the KALV profile on the console. It'll force the faders on so there's audio. It'll display a message showing that CR1 is paired to this air chain. It'll also enable, these are the delay control buttons, so you have your dump, your build, and your exit. And currently, since we're automation direct for live, these buttons don't do anything. They won't control the delay for KALV until the station is active. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unlock the control panel and activate CR1 for KALV. So you can see that it recalled the profile, which was already up, but if it had not been up, it calls the profile for KALV normal operation, which then puts the automation faders, channels to the faders. It configures the board for KALV live operation. It also indicates that on air, that blue message there shows that the air chain is paired to the studio. Additionally, we light the on-air sign. It goes green when the studio is paired to a station. And now, if I go ahead and hit exit on my delay, you can see that the buttons now control the delay for KALV. Of course, I can dump it too. So that's how that works. I'm going to go ahead and put the station back to automation direct. So I've done that. And I'm going to go ahead and select another station to be live from this studio. So by doing that, I'm going to take Camel and put them into control room 1. So now you see the message 1079 paired to CR1. It has pulled the profile for Camel. You can hear the Camel audio. It shows that the studio is on air and paired to a program chain. And now I have control of the delay on Camel. You can see it there, controlling the delay, exiting, building. Showing our STL, we have audio leaving the building, and we have our air signal back. Now this station is actually on the air, so I'm not going to pot this down to demonstrate that those meters work. You'll have to trust me on that. And another little interlock we put in was we didn't want somebody to accidentally take a station that was already paired to an air chain and just take control of it in the middle of somebody operating. And so if you press CR1 again for live, you'll see an error message telling the user that the studio is in use. And you can see CR1 is live on Camel. So I'm going to demonstrate that now. Studio on air. So if I try to take CR1 for another station, it won't allow that. For big, same. The only way to do that is we're forcing the user to send the studio to automation, and then I can go ahead and take it for live. So I'm going to do that now. So now we are live. Again, this station's not actually on the air from here. So I can go ahead and pot this down, and after the audio gets through the profanity delay, you'll see that the STL goes silent. And then we also, I think 15 seconds later, will display a message saying silence detected. And you can see it. It's over up in there. You'll see a silence message display on the meter. It might be 20 seconds. I can't remember the exact time, but there you go. Check signal. And we have a message for each of these meters. So if the air signal was showing a loss of audio because of an STL issue, it would show you that there as well. But I'm going to go ahead and bring the audio back up. And then again, once we get through the broadcast delay, you'll see the audio return to the STL. There we go. And now our error message goes away. Additionally, I'll show you this station audio routing panel. So this panel just goes from left to right and gives you a status, the full program chain. So we start here on the left. This is KALV live. This is our wide orbit output. And this red box indicates our insertion point. So in this case, it is right now control room 1. It is red because it is hot and live. Control room 1 program goes to the Sage. Sage goes to the PDM. PDM goes to our AGC device. The output of the AGC device feeds our STL. Then it feeds, then we also monitor the receive off air. So that's our full program chain. To the left here, we also have indications that PPM is okay for FM, HD2 PPM is okay, and the internet feed PPM is also okay. We're showing this here. This just shows if a mic is live in a studio, and since the studio is actually paired to the air chain and I'm in that studio, I can turn the mic on and you'll see that the mic is live. And I'll turn that off and it goes away. This is our internet monitoring. So much like we monitor for the air chain, the STL transmit and station off air receive, we do the same for the internet. So this is our transmit or our uplink to the CDN, and this is our receive from the provider. These are internet radios that are now installed, and we're actually monitoring the receive from them. Here's our HD1 off air and our HD2 off air. In this case, we do not have an HD3 receiver, but we left a meter here just in case you add one in the future. All you need to do is put the signal ID in and you got it. And these panels tie into this control as well. So they talk to one another. So if I'm right now we're in CR1 live for this station routing. I'm gonna go ahead and put it to automation direct, and I'm gonna show you what happens. So now that we've unpaired this studio, our little on-air light here goes away, showing that the board is not hot and in an air chain. And if you look at our station routing panel, you see now we're green box, we're in safe mode, and we have auto showing at our insertion point. It is showing that the automation is direct to the air chain, we're in safe mode, and the studios are not hot. That's what the green indicates. I'm gonna go ahead, back over to this panel, and I'm going to select CR1, and you can watch the meter as I do it now.
Because you have taste, naked or
And you can see that it is now red boxed, and it is telling you that CR1 is paired to that air chain. If I take and activate MPS2 for live, like I just did, you'll see MPS2, that's that studio there. It's paired to AirChain. It shows the message in that room. And I go back to my station routing meter panel, and I can see that the insertion point is now MPS2. It's red boxed, showing that it's actually a live operating studio. And if I was to go in there and turn the mic on in MPS2, we would see our mic live light. Just cause. And now I'm going to go ahead and unlock our controller, and I'm going to put it back to Automation Direct. And you see our meter panel is updated to indicate that we're doing Automation Direct to the AirChain.